Cheers, legends. Sammy from Short and Stout Beer Reviews. I've got an Aussie craft beer. I've been doing some English stuff, obviously, because of what Adam from Mersey Beers has brought over. But I thought I'd break it up. I'm going to do another English beer after this one, but let's throw in a couple of Aussie ones in the mix. So this one, it's pretty simple. It's actually a core range beer from them. It's probably nearly say their flagship beer. But it's the Road Trip American IPA by Holgate Brewhouse. And it's a beer I haven't had for a while, and I want to revisit it because I've just got a feeling it's going to be the type of beer that I could session these days, like with that just want for West Coast style beers. It is 6%. So it's sort of your low end, just single IPA. Yeah, I think they actually rebranded it and called it American IPA instead of Road Trip because on Untapped it's got X Road Trip, but then you look at that and you'd think it still looks like it's called Road Trip to me. But yeah, love their logo. So yeah, Holgate Brewhouse is in the town of Woodend, and they're like northwest of Melbourne. It's a it's pretty flash area. It's a sort of place that you feel like a lot of Melbourners would own properties there, and people go to that sort of area for like weekends and yeah, that sort of thing. Pretty sure it's the only pub in town, which is like a craft brew house. So that's pretty cool. But yeah, I've done a few of their beers recently, and this, yeah, just haven't had it for so long. And I wanted to revisit it. So I seen it in a bottle shop. I'm like, I've got to try it. I still have the original glass from when I visited the brewery probably like 10 years ago. You can see the logo there. So it's still the same. Pretty cool. So let's get into it. Hopefully everyone's having a good week. I'm finished now. Weekend awaits. So yeah, I worked. We actually got out on time tonight. I think I was 5 minutes after due finish. So yeah, I was glad. Sometimes Friday nights when we do overtime, it's a pain in the bum. You just want to get home and make the weekend happen. So yeah, let's get into it. And cheers to Adam, the very person I was speaking of. Yeah, I thought you might be. So yeah, hashtag proper glassware. Hopefully we can share a beer together, Adam, this weekend. I don't think have we shared. I don't think we've shared a beer since we caught up. Because yeah, my birthday stream, you were still in the air. I don't know. I can't remember if. Yeah, I don't think I've done anything with you since. Actually, I might. I'll read what it says on the back. Get set for a hop. Okay. Get set for a hops adventure. Our Road Trip American IPA, or Roadie to us, is a homage to the classic IPAs of America's Pacific Northwest. Beer man's territory. Bold, hoppy, and bursting with pine, citrus, and tropical fruit. It was first released in 2009. Yeah, so it's going back a fair way. And inspired by Paul and Tash Holgate's brewery tour of the US states of Washington and Oregon. Cool. Let's hope it is a piney boy and citrusy and bitter. Oh, yeah. No worries. Yeah, that sucks. Thrown in the deep end as soon as you get back. I remember you saying, though, it was going to be a shit show when you got back there. That's what it used to be like in my old role. As soon as I'd go and then come back, it'd just be complete shit show and I'd have to fix all the faults. Smells good already, and it's not even near my nose. Okay. It's the right colour. Yes. Old school. So it's got very lively carbonation, about probably a 2 to 3 finger head. It's actually similar colour to my beanie. um, I would say medium body, and it's pretty much like a burnt orange. It's probably a little darker in the camera than what it is in reality. The camera seems a bit better tonight. Anyway, let's go with. Yeah, I know. Fucking the worst thing about it being Saturday night is it's Sunday morning for me, and I have to get up real early Monday morning. I just won't go. I won't go as hard as I would have if it was. Yeah, if it was tonight, it would have been awesome. Oh, that smells awesome. Don't you love it when you're like, I don't know, when you've been into craft beer for so long, there's so many beers you had in the early days. And because you've had them, you sort of think, oh, I don't need to have that again for a while. I want to try something new. And then you go back and you have it, and you're like, wow, like that is better than what I remember. Or like your palate's just changed so much that it actually suits you more now, sort of thing. I can just tell just by the smell of this that it's going to be right up my alley. 6% IPA. It just smells like absolute joy of the West Coast. It's like, okay, I'm going to buy a case. Oh, it's got this real it's like piney and resiny, but real sort of damp floral dankness. It just smells so good. It's definitely got weedy vibes. And I would say like a pink grapefruit, maybe some mango, and yeah, like your usual sort of orange tangerine. It actually reminds me of Talus. When you get a good West Coast IPA with Talus in it, it screams those same sort of notes. So that's why it just smells so good to me. I don't even want to drink it. I just want to keep smelling it. Wow. Oh, if this is good, I'm buying a heap of them. Fuck it. Cheers. Banging. Absolutely banging. I need to go for a trip to Holgate. God, that's good. I'm that impressed with that beer. It's a core range IPA at 6%. I'm going to give it a 4.5. It's that good. I remember drinking it back in the day and yeah, giving it probably a 4 out of 5. Oh, it is splendid. I wish Craig could try this. Like it's nearly packed with as much flavour as like Optimum. I had a stout from them recently, a bourbon barrel aged one. That was phenomenal. And then I had some German lagers from them a while back. I think I am pretty well impressed with the brewery most of the time I try their stuff. I think at the end of the day, it just comes to you just don't, for me, I just don't see their beers that often. But yeah, after drinking this, I'm like, wow. I'm so glad I did this beer tonight. And that's the thing. I haven't had a hard day at work. It's not like I was absolutely quenched for thirst and dying for a beer. It's just such a good Westie. And yeah, 6%. You could definitely have a few of them. www.holgate.com. Yep. Ah, all good, man. I remember one of those Brick Lane ones. I think the one you got was the one that was in the Carwin Cellars Christmas box. Yours is like the cigar one, isn't it? Anyway, they had similar ones that they brought out at a different time. And one of them had this real, cedary spearmint thing going on. And it had mixed reviews because of it. It was just a flavor that come out that they didn't mean for. And then they thought, well, fuck it, we'll start promoting it as having those notes. And I remember I tried it and I was like, wow, it was almost like a choc mint stout, but you got huge barrel character. It was so good. I think they still have some floating around out there, but I just don't know how it'd go these days because it was brewed a fair while ago. Yeah, I'm pretty sure the one you got was in the last Cohen Sellers Christmas box. All you'd have to do is look at. I'm pretty sure it'd be on my Untapped. It might even be the year before, but yeah. Have you had much from Holgate, Matt? Good to see you, by the way. I'm so impressed with this. Just I don't know, just everything about it's so good. The malt base is exactly what you want. It's got that sort of breadiness, but also that caramel toffee. It's like medium body. The head on it sort of sticks around. Just I just can't get over how good it is. I'm so impressed. If they did a double amped up version of this, it would be immaculate. Obviously, it wouldn't be sessionable, but yeah, yep, yeah. Well, I had that I reckon I had that last year, and it was really good. I feel like classic styles they're really good at. Um, I'm not sure what they're like with hazies, but I think they're one of those breweries that don't really care about brewing hazies and trying to just sell hazies all the time. That's like, that's like so long away. Hey, you were a busy man for like a couple of months, mate. I can't even think of what I'm going to do in like 2 weeks, let alone 3 months. Yeah, so this bad boy, pretty sure it's like one of their like their flagship, or it's definitely one of their original beers. Anyway, I remember when they first when I first got into craft beer and they were already like established. They had a pale ale that was sort of similar, and then they had. I've got a feeling they had like a brown ale or something like that. They definitely had a lager. Yeah, I just remember them having probably about 4 or 5 core beers. Yeah, really good. I remember, yeah, just I can't remember where we went, but I was with a mate and we stopped in at the Brewhouse on the way home because we were doing something else, and the mate knew I loved craft beer, and he's like, "Oh, I know of a brewery that I drive past all the time." And we called in there, and then yeah, like, had a feed there, and the food was real good, and yeah, it was just like a cool vibe. It was like a country pub that still had that sort of country feel to it, but it was a little bit like classy. So yeah, it's sort of like you probably wouldn't get your real bogans in there because I don't know, they probably wouldn't want to pay the money for the beers, or it just seemed like you got like country people in there, but they were like well behaved country people. You didn't get like there wasn't fuckheads in there. Yeah. White Bay. I really want to do a White Bay order. I must admit when I went to Melbourne, not the last time, the time before, I tried a heap of singles of White Bay, so it sort of satisfied me for a while. But yeah, I want to order some more sort of bulk because I feel like with White Bay, a lot of their lagers and that, it's good to have a heap of them and session them. God, yeah, just the fact you're saying like, oh, I can't do this beer till September, and then I'm like, what the hell's going on? No, fair call. I mean, when it comes to those two beers, I want to drink them with you, and I've already had them before, so I'm in no great hurry. They're actually just sitting in a box in the cupboard. I've got like, I reckon I've got some other beers there that I probably need to put in the fridge. Oh yeah, cool. Where's that at? Manchester, London. Yeah. Now during Oktoberfest, dude, they do a like a classic German lager, like mixed four or mixed six or something. I would highly recommend that. So like even if you, I don't know, held off and try the Oktoberfest pack in probably a couple of months' time, and then get a couple of other beers with it. Just do like a big order through their website. Most breweries, it's good. They don't charge much for postage. I want to do another. I want to do a future order. I'm just a mad future fanboy after going there recently. I mean, always love bracket and always will, but future just really impressed me. I reckon I'd have future and bracket up on the same sort of pedestal. Oh yeah, Liverpool, cool. You don't have to go far. Well, are they having like events in a few major cities? I know when they've been to Australia, they'll always seem to do Melbourne and Sydney, but sometimes they'll do like Perth and Brisbane and Adelaide and that as well. Adelaide, if you want to go to a good event, if it's going to be the same in all the cities, Adelaide is an awesome place to go to stuff because they're so, I don't know, they get neglected all the time. So when they actually get these big bands or big events in their city, everyone just fucking embraces it and goes nuts, and it's always a real good atmosphere. Cheers, Joey. Well, at least I've already given a score for this beer. 4.5. Half the reviews I've done recently, I've forgotten to give scores. I just get carried away with the chat. Ah, this beer is so fucking good. And it's funny to think that in my order, the store I got them from, this was the cheapest beer out of the whole lot. It needs to be in a 500 tinny. I'm a little 375. One of the stouts I got, it's an imperial, like a bourbon barrel aged imperial. And in the picture on the website, I could have swore it was a 500 mil or 440. And I'm looking at it thinking, fuck me, like that's good value if that's a barrel aged stout at the price it was and it's in a bigger can. And then when the order got delivered, I opened it up and it's this pissy little 330. I'm like, oh, fuck's sake. So it's pretty much the same size as this little fucking Rivington one. Like, look how small that is. So yeah, up next, Adam, I'm going to do the Asvex Daya, and unfortunately, I looked up Untapped just to see what was I looking up. Yeah, I was looking up because of the it had the name of it. Then they're all got the same name, and I was like, "What the fuck's going on here?" But then they've got 25.01, 25.02, and then I seen your score for like yours and Harry's score for that beer and then the other beers. And I'm like, no, it seems like I picked out the wrong one. But I did want a day of featured beer, so it said something about being piney, so could actually work in my favour if it's more piney and dank and I think you both just said something about it not being as juicy as the others. Yeah, yeah. Well, I'm finished that delight, and I'm keen to have another one. So yeah, very very impressed. I want to get on the old Holgate website and make an order. Um, yeah. So yeah, it was called Road Trip American IPA, and as I said, it's one of their core range beers. Um, yeah, very impressive. old school Westie vibes. Only 6%, so you can have quite a few. Uh, yeah, it'd be really nice trying it fresh on tap at the brewery. I remember when I went to the brewery too, like we got there sort of fairly late, and the guy was just finishing up. Like he must be the owner slash head brewer. I don't know if he still brews now, but at the time he did, and he goes, "Oh, it's a shame you weren't here a bit early. I would have done a tour with yous and showed yous around." And fuck. I used to love doing brewery tours. I'd do every brewery I'd go to, I'd try and do a tour. But yeah, I'm out of here. I'll be back in about probably 5-10 minutes with a Azbex Daya collab. So yeah, if you see Holgate, give them a try. Good brewery. And thanks everyone for chiming in. Welcome to Josh. Good to see you, brother. I'm about to do a Azvex and Daya beer, bro. So check that out if you're around. And cheers to everyone that's been here in the long run of half an hour. Yeah, I'll see you shortly.